Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, episodes 7 and 8. Episode 7 opens with Rentaro being dragged out of school by his harem. They're off to get some, limited food or something, I don't remember, but they're in a rush to get out of there. And as they're running through the school halls, Rentaro glances into a classroom where he locks eyes with a girl with long red hair, glasses, and large breasts. The next day he comes back to try and find her again, and the classroom that he peered into and saw her in turns out to be a chemistry room, or just a science room. And inside he meets a girl named Kusuri. She is small, short red hair, doesn't wear glasses, no bust at all, and she is a member of the chemistry club. And the first half of this episode is basically her showing off essentially magic potions, right? One of the ones she shows off is a magnetic potion where Rentaro drinks it, and then she drinks the other one, and they're magnetically stuck together for 10 minutes. So none of this has any actual basis in chemistry, making drinks that make people magnetic or whatever. It's basically magic. So then Kusuri gives Rentaro a love potion. She is in love with him, so she invented this love potion so he can love her too. And Rentaro, who came to find the long-haired girl, was starting to feel things for Kusuri, and after hearing that she had given him a love potion, he tries to throw it up because he doesn't want to be tricked into loving someone, right? He wants to be able to give her an honest answer when she confessed to him, whether that's reciprocating her feelings or turning her down. He wanted to give her an honest answer, so he tried to throw it up, and he failed. And he almost dies again. At this rate, this is going to become a running thing where Rentaro is almost dying all the time. So Kusuri sees that he's almost dying, and she doesn't know why. Her potion should have worked perfectly. And the conclusion she comes to is Rentaro really had feelings for her this whole time, so the potion is making him love her so much it's killing him. And so she gets an antidote and gives it to him through mouth to mouth, and he's healed. And then when he sort of comes to his senses and he looks at Kusuri, he sees the long-haired girl. She puts on glasses and this and that. And it turns out that the long-haired girl he had saw yesterday was actually Kusuri, but the long-haired version is the normal her, but because she tried to make an immortality potion, she looks like a child most of the time. And now that that's settled, and Rentaro knows that they're soulmates, he accepts her as his next girlfriend. And that's the first half of episode 7. Like I said in the Nano episodes, she put up a fight and didn't want to date Rentaro. But now that we're over that, we get to girls that are just immediately into him and want to date him, and it just flies by quick. So that's half an episode. The second half of this episode is Kusuri meeting the other girlfriends and giving them potions. I forget the one that she tried to give Karane. I forget exactly what it did, but I think it was something to make her more feminine, make her boobs bigger or something like that. The only part that I remember from that little segment is there was a really funny gag for me, and I don't know what about it exactly set me off, because I laughed pretty hard. I think it was just the way it was timed, where Karane is the violent tsundere stereotype, or archetype, or whatever, right? And so Kusuri offers her this potion, and for some reason, I don't recall why, she starts taking it out on Rentaro violently, and she gets him in some sort of submission hold. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the move Chris Jericho does, the Walls of Jericho. I don't remember what the generic name for that move is, but Karane has Rentaro in that hold. Kusuri says something to clear up a misunderstanding or whatever, and then it just quickly cuts back to Karane and Rentaro on their knees, hugging. She's crying and be like, I'm so sorry, that must have hurt. And Rentro's like patting her on the head, his blood coming out of his mouth, and be like, no, it's fine. You're really good at that move, And I think it was just the quick cut of her having him in like a wrestling submission hold to her. Okay, now they're like hugging on the ground. It was just very funny to me. Then Kusari gives, what did she give Hakari? Hakari was a potion to make her more sexy, which turns out to be a potion that melts her clothes off, because in Kusari's mind, nakedness is sexiness, or something like that, right? So, Hakari's clothes melt off, and then she is given Rentaro's, like, gym clothes. What was next? Nano was next, I think, and she was given a potion that made her hair, like, made it possible for her to move and manipulate her hair. So she's, like, using her hair as arms, and Kusari offers her a bunch of them because Nano liked it. But it comes at the price of potentially making her go bald, which Nano was willing to do, but decided against it because Rentaro said that he likes her hair, right? So just fun times all around with these silly potions. We get to Shizuka, and hers is like the one that, like, I guess it goes with her cuteness, right? Like, Kurane's thing is she feels she isn't feminine enough, so Kusari offers her a potion to make her more feminine. Hakari wants to be sexy and, like, basically seduce Rentaro, or, like, you know what I mean, right? She's trying to appeal to him as best she can. Nano is all about efficiency, so being able to, like, make arms out of her hair works. So I guess for Shizuka, it was all about cuteness, where her potion just gave her, like, bunny ears. And that's the second half of episode 7. It ends with a cliffhanger for the next episode where Kusari had she made tea with special tea for Rentaro, and the reason it was special is because it was a potion that was supposed to make him want to kiss the girls a whole lot, right? But it'll have, like, a bad effect if the girls drink it, and so through a misunderstanding, the girls drink it, where Kusari runs off to go to the bathroom, and there's, like, 2 thermoses at this picnic that they've set up, where there's a large blue one, and there's a small red one. And the girls assume, because Rentaro's tea was special, it's in the small one, and the big one's for everyone else, whereas Kusari had labeled it as the big one was blue, so it's for boys, and the red one is, or the small one is red, so it's for girls. So the girls drink it, and they become kiss zombies. And then we go to episode 8, which is just Rentaro and Kusari, who did not drink the kiss potion, running away from the kiss zombies. And that's basically it. This is where we get some bonding moments between Kusari and Rentaro, but for the most part it's just them running around the school, trying to hide, Rentaro stopping them so they can get to the chemistry lab to try and make an antidote. And yeah, that's basically it for episode 8. It was a fun episode, and I've talked about animation quality being surprisingly good in this show, and this is like an action episode, and I'm putting action in quotes because it's basically just people running around a school, but the animation was still solid throughout. Each girl got a moment in the episode, which was fun, but overall, not a whole lot to say. Like, not a whole lot happened. Again, it was just a lot of running around the school and trying to get away from the girls, or find a way to distract them, so that Kusari and Rentaro can get the cure made. And for the most part, like, Hakari, Kurane, and Shizuka, they were able to take care of quite easy. And despite being a kiss zombie, Nano ended up being the one they had trouble with, where she had figured out that they were going to probably go to the chemistry lab, so she was waiting there for them. Kusari gets caught, but is able to basically... Nano catches her, ties her up in her fully grown form, and then she shrinks down because that's limited, and so she's able to get into the chemistry room to make the antidotes. That's it. Just a couple of episodes really showing off Kusuri and really showing what she brings, not in terms of character or even group dynamic, but just what she brings as like possibilities for the series, right? Her chemistry experiments or whatever, again, I said it, they're just magic potions. They make people grow ears, they make people do this. They basically are just establishing that Kusuri can make potions that do anything, and so later on in the series, we can just have her whip up whatever we want, and it doesn't matter because that's just what she can do. She is a genius that can make potions for anything. And that's basically it. They're fun episodes. Kusuri's not my favorite girl by any stretch of the means. All the girls in the show are kind of one note, and that's kind of the whole series, though, right? Like 100 girlfriends, so all of them are kind of like generic harem stereotype, which is fine. It's fun for what it is. Some of the girls get some time to shine later on and things like that. Kusuri is the mad scientist doing silly experiments, and she's fun. She, like, again, her potions do bring some fun, and, like, again, one of my biggest laughs of the show is in episode 7. So she's fine. She brings potential to the group, and her gimmick can add a lot. But, like, her herself, I'm just sort of whatever on. But yeah, that was episodes 7 and 8 of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. 2 more good episodes. This show's been a lot of fun, and I've been having fun seeing this manga animated. Sometimes when I go from manga to anime, I can get nitpicky where it's like, oh, they didn't do this quite right, this isn't exactly what I wanted, or they like skip around or something like that. But overall, I've been having a lot of fun with this show. I'm almost done, 4 episodes left? And then it's just the wait for season 2 whenever that's coming out. But yeah, those are my thoughts on these episodes. Another couple of good ones. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.